The one exercise every 70-year-old cyclist needs to prevent falls. Now, you can still knock out maybe 25 to 50-mile rides without a problem. The feeling of the wind, the rhythm of the pedaling, the strength in your legs. It's a freedom you've earned and cherished for decades. Your cardio fitness is probably superb. And on the bike, your legs might just feel as strong as they did 20 years ago. But what if I told you the biggest threat to your cycling future isn't a monster hill or a nasty headwind? It's the fall that happens when you're standing still, the one you just don't see coming. Now here's the hard truth. All those hours on the bike, for all their amazing benefit, might not be enough to prepare you for a sudden, off-balance moment of everyday life. Cycling strengthens you for one specific forward motion, but it can leave a gap in your body's all-around stability. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you one simple movement that you can do at home to fill that gap. Now, this isn't just another stretch. It's a proven method to help build a more fall-resistant body. Make sure you can keep riding safely and confidently for many years to come. So, what is it? The Cyclist Stability Gap. Now, let's be crystal clear here. The work that you put in on your bike is fantastic. You're fit, you're active, and you should be incredibly proud. But it's because you're a dedicated cyclist that you need to hear this. Cycling is a master of forward motion. It trains your body to be incredibly efficient in the path you follow moving forward. Okay? Now, your legs, your heart, and your lungs are all beautifully conditioned for that repetitive spin. But life, and more importantly, stumbles, don't always happen in a straight line. A fall often comes from the side, a quick trip over a curb, a misstep on uneven ground might as you get off a bike, or say a simple loss of balance in the kitchen. These moments demand immediate sideways stability. They call on stabilizing muscles in your hips and core in a way that cycling, by its very nature, doesn't always train for. This is the cyclist stability gap. You're incredibly fit in one area might mask a need for more strength in another. You've got the engine of a race car, but you also need the suspension and steering for life's unpredictable terrain. Today, we're going to start closing that gap. So you might lose your balance for a second. What's the big deal? Well, you've stumbled before and caught yourself, right? Of course. But the stakes are different now. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 1 in 4 Americans over 65 falls each year. And for a passionate cyclist, a serious fall isn't just about scrape or maybe a bruise. It can be the end of everything that you actually love and the fact that you're active. Now, let's be honest about what a bad fall can mean. We're talking about a real risk of fractures, maybe a broken wrist, or one of all we all dread is a broken hip. About 300,000 older adults are hospitalized for hip fractures every year in the U.S. alone. Now, a fall can also cause a traumatic brain injury, and even from a seemingly small bump. But the physical injury is just the start. What often follows is a long recovery and, worse, a new fear of falling. That fear is a thief. It makes you hesitate. You start second-guessing yourself and maybe skipping a group ride or avoiding a walk on an uneven path. The hesitant can lead to the downward spiral of doing less, which ironically can make you even less stable. So imagine feeling a flicker of fear every time you swing your leg over the bike. That's the true cost of a fall. The loss of confidence, the loss of joy, the end of the cycling lifestyle that you work so hard to maintain. This isn't a small problem. Data shows that fall-related injuries and deaths amongst older adults have been on the rise for several years. Right about now, you might be thinking, okay, I get it. I'll stand on one leg while I brush my teeth. And while that's not a bad idea, we need to burst a major myth. Static balancing exercises alone are not the most efficient solution here. Why? Because they don't build a functional strength you need to power out of a stumble before it becomes a full-blown fall. Balancing isn't about being still. It's about having the horsepower in your legs to correct a mistake. Now, as a coach who focuses on functional strength, I pay close attention to the science. And the research from major health organizations like the CDC is clear. Effective fall prevention isn't about one magic trick. It's about building a foundation of strength, balance, and functional movement. Exercise programs that include these elements have been shown to be incredibly effective, reducing the rate of falls in homes somewhere in the neighborhood of 20, 30, even 40%. The movement we're about to cover is a cornerstone of the strength foundation. It's not about balancing on a wobbly board. It's about building real-world power in the very muscles that need a little extra attention off the bike. So what is this powerful fall-producing movement? It's not something complicated, not a big deal. You don't need any fancy equipment. In fact, all you need is a chair. One of the most effective, accessible, and functional exercises for building strength to prevent falls is a sit to stand. Yes, the simple act of standing up from a chair. Now I know, it sounds almost too simple, but its simplicity is the genius. Here's why the sit to stand is your new best friend. First, it targets the right muscles. Sit to stand directly strengthens your quadriceps, glutes, and your hamstrings. That builds the critical lower body strength that research has identified as the key factor in staying mobile and independent. When you start to trip, it's the explosive power in these very muscles that allows you to catch yourself. Second, it's perfectly functional. This exercise is a direct rehearsal for one of the most common movements in daily life. Getting up from a seat. By practicing it, you are training your body for a real-world scenario, building strength and confidence with every single rep. Finally, it's a proven strength builder. Now, studies show that consistent sit-to-stand training improves functional strength and balance, which can make all of your daily tasks feel easier and less tiring. All right, let's walk through how to do this for maximum safety and benefit. Doing it right is what counts. Feel free to follow along. First, the setup. Find a sturdy chair. It might even be a kitchen chair. It's perfect. Please, no soft armchairs or chairs with wheels. And if you're new to this, place the chair against the wall so it can't slide. Now sit on the front half of the chair, not slouched back. Get your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Now slide your feet back just a bit so they're slightly behind your knees. That's your power position. Next, the prep. Before you move, engage everything. Squeeze your glutes, tighten your core like you're about to brace for a friendly tap to the stomach. Keep your back straight, your chest up. Lock your eyes on a spot on the wall in front of you. Never look down. Now for the magic, it's a two-part move, the lean and the rise. Part one, the lean. Hanging from your hips, lean into your upper body forward until you feel your weight shift from the chair onto your feet. I want you to think nose over toes. Your nose should literally be over your toes. This is the most important part. It loads your legs and uses momentum to help you. Part number two, the rise. The moment you feel that weight on your feet, push the floor away. Drive powerfully through your heels. As you come up, squeeze your glutes and push your hips forward until you're standing tall. All the way up, holding that strong position for a count of 1, 2. Finally, the sit. The trip down is just as important as for building strength. Start by pushing your hips back like you're reaching for the chair with your butt. Lower yourself slowly with full control. Aim for a 3-second descent. Touch the chair lightly. Don't just plop down. And don't forget to breathe. It's simple. Exhale with power as you stand. Inhale as you sit back down. Perfect. That's a real sit to stand. So how much of this do you need to do? My recommendation is simple and totally manageable. Aim for 3 short sessions a day. Maybe 1 in the morning, 1 at midday, and 1 in the evening. In each session, do a set of 5 to 10 repetitions. Start with 5 perfect reps. When that feels solid, work your way up to 10. If you do these 2 sets of 10, that's 30 reps. The total time commitment, less than 5 minutes a day. You can do it during a commercial break. No excuses. Now, since you're already fit, you probably will progress fairly quickly. How do you keep it challenging? Well, first, let's do this. Slow down the sit part. Try to take a full 5 seconds to lower yourself. This builds incredible control. Second, use a slightly lower chair once you're ready. This increases the range of motion and the challenge. Third, once you're feeling rock solid, you can hold a small weight against your chest, like maybe a book or a jug of water. Now, I use a 5 or 10 pound ball, but consistency is everything. This small daily deposit into your strength bank is the best insurance policy you can get for your future on and off of the bike. With every sit to stand, you're building more than just muscle. You're building resilience, you're building confidence, and you're taking active control of your future. Imagine feeling completely steady as you get off your bike after a long ride. Imagine navigating a crowded sidewalk or stepping off a curb without a second thought. Imagine picking something up off the floor with total stability. This is what foundational strength gives you back. This exercise helps you fill the stability gap that cycling alone can leave, turning to a potential vulnerability into a source of strength. By investing just a few minutes a day, you're helping to ensure your passion for cycling isn't cut short by a preventable accident. You're making sure the freedom that you feel on 2 wheels extends to every single moment of your life. You have the power to protect your health, your independence, and your love of cycling. It starts today with 1 chair. Make the sit to stand a non-negotiable part of every day. Now, if this was helpful and you want more practical, no-nonsense ways to stay strong or active for years to come, make sure you subscribe. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me one place that you're excited to ride your bike this year. Let's share our goals and keep each other motivated. Thanks for investing in your health today. Stay strong, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next video.